Now, for those of you who don't know, that iconic guitar is from who, Logan?
Buck Owens.
Buck Owens.
Iconic red, white, and blue striped guitar. Buck Owens, along with Merle Haggard, known as the creator of the Bakersfield Sound.
Billy Mize.
Genre of country.
Bonnie Owens. Oh my gosh. Bakersfield Sound.
It was here that the Bakersfield Sound was born, incubated in the honky-tonks, legitimized on the late weekday afternoon television shows, and proselytized to the masses by way of the recording studio. It was here, against all reasonable odds, that hard-bidden people, steeled by poverty and displacement, created something unique and lasting. Wow.
What's behind me? Oh, some
Joe Holly.
Some nice fiddles back here.
Bob Morris, Shane Spencer, and Jelly Sanders.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna kind of almost do like a 360 here. Just to do 360 here. Look at all of this Chet's Club. That's an original sign, man.
History of the Bakersfield
Bob Price.
You know, you have Ernest Hemingway and Picasso in Paris in 1928. Something that happened to keep it together and share the energy and starting from different parts. And I think that's the case with Bakersfield, 1950 or 5 6. But we put all that talent together, this magical thing that happens. And most people, you know, see the face of it as Buck and Merle because they were superstars that came out. But it was all the pioneers that paved the road before them. You know, it was all those guys that came before them that really made it happen.
There it is. There's the sign.
It's been said that a honky-tonk attitude is what makes the Bakersfield Sound different. It comes from working people. It isn't polished. It's raw, energetic. It makes you want to move. It can also be said that the honky-tonk attitude came from the spirit of the Dust Bowl immigrants.
Yep.
It sprang from the hearts of locals who came to California to seek a better life in the land of milk and honey. The Nashville sound is from the studio. The Bakersfield sound is from the street.
Country music in Bakersfield is something that is to be proud of all over the world. This one little city, there's no other place on the planet that has that to represent like music. Now, Nashville is a business community of music, but really the sound, we created a sound like no other city in the world.
Music came from the honky-tonk. The Bakersfield Sound.
Treble and twang.
I'm thinking all the folks who come out and see me while I was here.
That was pretty good.
That was nice.
So, let's start over here. I mean, just again, a lot of this music came out of from Bakersfield, came out of the Dust Bowl era. We actually call it Dust Bowl music.
Cousin Ed Persona in the late 40s when he started performing his banjo playing hit routine at movie theaters and clubs around the Bakersfield area. While playing at a club in Delaney, the club owner joked about Cousin Ed's Missouri roots and deemed his backup band the Ozark Squirrel Shooters. In 1949, Cousin Eb purchased the Pumpkin Center Barn Dance. For almost 20 years, Cousin Eb sold tickets, made up newspaper and radio advertising, hosted the show, and opened and closed the place. That must have been one of the honky tonks.
Yeah. It's weird, you know,
Great Bakersfield Sound.
what's weird is like, you know, seeing the Trouts sign in the building in that video,
Now
and then it's gone.
It's because the sign, it's like the sign was stolen when Trout's like closed a few years ago by that.
The owner took it, stole it. He's got it somewhere stashed away.
Dickhead.
I don't know if that's his name, but yeah.
That's what he is. And then, fortunately, the building burned down a few months ago.
Yeah, it's.
Cousin Ed Pilling played this banjo during performances with his band, the Ozark Squirrel Shooters.
That just sounds like a great country band name, the Ozark Squirrel Shooters. Look at look at this old radio. God gum. And that is one beautiful fiddle. The Bakersfield Company of Long Beach made this fiddle for radio and television personality Jimmy Thomason. Jimmy Thomason was an accomplished fiddle and mandolin player, moved to Bakersfield in '48. Thomason and his band played in clubs around Bakersfield such as the Lucky Spot, Beardsley Ballroom, and Rainbow Gardens. Wow. He hosted a country music show on local radio stations KERO and KAFY. That's crazy. That is one. Look at that big old. That's a big old radio. I almost feel like I should be hearing Little Orphan Annie off of it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine.
Don't forget to what?
What is she trying to say? Herb Henson's boots. Herb Henson and Bill Woods. This must be a suit by Herb Henson. Remember when Larry kept talking about the Cousin Herb show? Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it.
Oh, that's it. Wow.
That's Cousin Herb. The Cousin Herb Henson wore this jacket and made by Duty's Rodeo Tailors. 10th anniversary party of the Cousin Herb Henson Trading Post. Did a lot of history here. Look at that outfit.
Whose outfit is that? Will tell on you. You got Hank Williams playing.
Oh my God. There's coat by Red Simpson. He's a Hall of Famer. Bakersfield Music Hall of Famer. Red Simpson promotional for Cowboy. Red Simpson was at the Wagon Wheel in Lamont when Fuzzy Owens first saw him perform. Owen arranged for Simpson to work at the Clover Club as a piano player.
Red Simpson's probably best known for his #1 hit, I'm a Truck. This jacket commemorates that song.
Nice. Tommy Collins' suit. Look at that suit. Good.
Damn. Shiny. So it's Tommy Collins, aka Leonard Sipes, one of the first musicians to write songs using a style later known as the Bakersfield Sound.
Oh my gosh, this outfit was worn by Barbara Mandrell. Got her start in the music industry as a steel guitarist for Joe Mathis. At 13 years old, she toured with Johnny Cash and Patsy Cline. I remember listening to Barbara Mandrell when I was a kid. Of course, now I'm dating myself. Look at the suit from Johnny Mize. That's crazy.
And there you have a suit from Buck Owens.
Buck Owens and the Buckaroos.
Yeah. Because following his wife Bonnie, Buck Owens moved to Bakersfield in the early 1950s. Bill Woods hired Owens to play with his band at the Blackboard Cafe, and he stayed for 7 years. After recording songs in the Lutau label, Owens signed a contract with Capitol Records in 1957.
Wow.
In the early 60s, he formed his backup band, the Buckaroos. As a demonstration of Owens' patriotism, they had their guitars painted red, white, and blue. Over the years, Owens gifted replica guitars to many of his friends, including the Kern County Museum.
You know, he's got one of the guitars is over in the post office in Oldell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was actually like stolen a while back, but eventually, thankfully,
They got it returned.
Covered.
In fact, here's one of his guitars right here.
Buck Owens guitar, Bakersfield, California, 1965.
Nice.
The Buckaroos are regarded as one of the greatest instrumental bands of all time. Many critics have called them the Beatles of country music. Left to right, Willie Cantu, Doyle Holly, Buck Owens, Don Rich, and Tom.
Don Rich?
Yeah.
Don Rich, man, he's one of the greatest drummers of all time. Oh, I love this guitar.
That's cool.
Here's a suit by Pete Jones. Over here is a suit by Buddy Austin. That's Roger Miller playing in the background. That's get another someone I listened to when I was a kid. Dance night. Oh man, look at all this collection of boots. These boots and hats belong to Lawton Giles, Pete Jones, Cliff Crawford, Albert Brunley, Billy Mize, Furman Husky, and Billy Mize. These hats over here. Look at these hats. Dude! Those two are absolutely awesome. Who do they belong to? The ones at the top.
Both Henry Sharp.
Henry Sharp. Dude, I taste.
Middle one's Lewis Talley Pete Jones. And the bottom, Henry Sharp, signed by Merle Haggard. See on the side?
Oh, nice.
And the right by Roy Rogers.
This was by Roy Rogers?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
The boots belong to Cliff Crawford, were donated to the museum by his wife, Maxine. There's one thing on Trouts. It's Norman Hamlet's guitar, which he played while he was the band leader of Merle Haggard and the Strangers.
Wow.
Trout's nightclub. Ralph Trout founded Trout's Bar in 1931 after borrowing $1,500 from his brother-in-law. He opened his first location, previously known as Red's Place. Trout's second location on North Chester and Oildale quickly became one of the most popular honky-tonks in Bakersfield. Taken over by Vern Hoover after he returned from the Korean War in the 50s, live country music was featured 7 days a week. Trout's only closed for 4 days in 79 years and officially closed its doors in 2017. Trout's Bar, glass block, chandelier, and bench donated by Citizens Preserving History. So this is all from Trout's. The bar.
They have, wow, that's actually pretty cool, the fact that they actually have a piece of history from Trout's, because apparently there's nothing there. Yeah. Chandelier. I mean.
Hopefully one day they'll recover the actual sign.
Well, hopefully they'll recover the sign and they'll put it out here with
the neon.
The neon display. We're going to go see it in a bit. Rose Maddox had a reputation as a lusty firebrand with an up-tempo song such as Hangover Blues and Pay Me Alimony. Some of her outfits.
Yeah, it says, known for her colorful Western costumes, Maddox once shocked a Grand Ole Opry audience by appearing on stage with a bare midriff, a stark contrast to her sometimes staid female contemporaries. This stage costume was designed by Nathan Turk.
Wow.
Can you imagine? A bare midriff.
Back then, that was a big deal. You have to realize that even Barbara Eden couldn't show her belly button in I Dream of Jeannie. And that was back in like the late 60s.
It's Dolly Parton.
Does sound like Dolly Parton.
Originally from Alabama, the Maddox family rode the rails to California in 1933. They started playing on Modesto's KPRV radio station 1937.
Interestingly enough, the suit over here is by Fred Maddox. So I don't know how they were related, but get this. As a originally from, like I said, Alabama, the Maddox family rose the rails to California. As America's most colorful hillbilly band in the 1950s, the Maddox brothers and Rose contributed to the birth of the rockabilly sound. At the peak of their career, they played the Las Vegas Strip and the Grand Ole Opry and toured with Elvis Presley, Hank Williams, and Marty Robbins. That is some impressive talent to be touring with. Ronnie Sessions, Bonnie Owens.
Sonny Ang would begin his country music career in 1960. He sang songs like I'm a Truck Driving Tool Shooting Son of a Gun, which was recorded at Buck Owens Recording Studio.
It's over Northchester.
From Standard Middle School.
Yep, it's still there.
They ought to renovate that place because, to be honest, it looks terrible.
Actually, I'm hoping one of these days we make enough money we can buy the dang thing.
Hopefully.
Preserve it.
It's in disrepair and it's an eyesore and it is worthy of a facelift.
Yes.
Especially considering it's a legendary spot.
This outfit over here was more worn by Merle Haggard. This white suit here and black boots. I mean, one of the biggest country legends of all time.
So I thought it was funny. I was reading over on Buddy Owens.
Yeah.
Whose parents, of course, were Buck and Bonnie Owens.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Bonnie Owens later married Merle Haggard.
Merle
So it's
Haggard.
like your dad's Buck Owens, your stepdad's Merle Haggard. It's like, God, country royalty.
And what's interesting is that Buck Owens and Merle Haggard remained good friends. You know.
Despite the fact that we're about that same. So Merle Haggard was born on April 6, 1937 in Oildale. At the age of 12, he taught himself to play the guitar. In the mid-50s, Merle went to a Lefty Frizzle concert in Bakersfield and sang a couple songs for Lefty before the show. Frizzle was so impressed he allowed Merle
Almost like almost going back in time and seeing some of the stuff they got here. I mean, you can become more and more impressed. At least I'm more and more impressed with all the stuff that happens, you know, from Bakersfield to Kern County, because, you know, again, this is one of the, everybody talks about, you know, the big places where people perform, and like this was like one of the biggest places on the planet.
Country music capital of the West.
Yep.